All right. Welcome to the video players meeting for the 2026 Rob Hancock Memorial presented by Damiani Cabinets. I'm your TD, Joey Derbyshire, once again, back for another year. I'm going to talk you through some of the general notes about the tournament, some of the things you need to know, and then we're going to meet with Nurse Santos for some more specific hole notes. Sorry, you have to bear with my broken headset here. That's the only microphone I could find for this setup, so it might look a little funny. So first of all, thank you so much to our sponsors, Damiani Cabinets coming on board as the title sponsor once again. Thank you, John Damiani, a massive supporter of this event over the years. Comes out of the woodwork, and yeah, I just can't thank him enough. And Disc Golf Warehouse once again a massive supporter of this event. Sean is helping out with prizes, but he's also in the background organizing this event. He's a former co-TD of this event. He's a massive help to me and a massive help to all the events we do at the Perth Disc Golf Club. Thank you to our whole sponsors. We've got Strata Road Project Consultants, which is on behalf of the Hancock family. We've got Disc Tattoo, which is our own Maddie Wynn. Disc Golf Warehouse Australia, sponsoring a hole. DSB Account Solutions, which is Dave Briggsy. We've got Nurse Santos is sponsoring a hole. Mick Cansey, Brian Van Allen, Boat McQuaid on behalf of Tallwoods, his course down at his place down south. Safe Harbor Technology, thanks so much to those guys for coming out and giving us the support. Really appreciate that. Disctonia, that is the Estonian expats who all tossed in, I guess, a couple of bucks each to sponsor one of these holes. Thanks so much, guys. And Paddy Wilson. Paddy, I hope you can lift the shield again. Thank you so much to Nurse Santos. I just can't say enough about this guy. Just a legend. I don't even need to look at the course. He sorts it out. He does all the groundwork. He whips the team together, and this event wouldn't happen without him. It wouldn't be the scope that it is without him. So thank you so much, Ner. And thanks so much to Gethin. Same deal. Just came out of nowhere, put together the hole maps for us. Legend. Just absolute amazing dude to have in the community. Thanks so much to the Hancock family for coming out and supporting us as always. The Hancock family is never left this event, and we hope to see plenty of them out on the day. And Sean Dobbsy again in the background. And one I've got to add in here is Rob Chinqueen. He's helping out with the toilet again at Cockman Park. Thanks so much to Rob. Just doesn't need a. He just says tell me when, and he comes out to help. So thanks so much, buddy. The 50 years of flight we're celebrating 50 years of disc golf in Australia. Brian Van Allen is going to be hosting a putting tournament with genuine 1976 discs is the plan. So you get to see if you can work one of those out. It's going to be a lucky draw to see who gets to be in it. Won't be everybody, but we'll do that at halftime. It is a 2-round tournament. PDGA C tier, 20 holes each. We've got holes at Cockman Park and holes at Penistone, 10 holes each. We are playing across both parks. HQ will remain near the first tee at Cockman Park. Now, it's probably going to be raining. Unfortunately, couldn't book the clubhouse at Penistone for the morning, but hopefully we're going to have some nice bits of shelter over there to get out of the rain for you guys, as well as the barbecue area, which I believe has a gazebo anyway. We should have some additional shelters. So hopefully not too wet, but we should keep you safe over at HQ there. Schedule shouldn't change, but at the moment it's a 7:30 registration for an 8:30 quick players meeting, and hopefully starting about 8:50 to 9 o'clock, depending on how we go with the players meeting. That players meeting will just be a quick word about Rob and answer any questions that I don't cover here. And yeah, hopefully keep that under 10 minutes and off on time. Round 1 ending at 11:30, hopefully starting round 2 at about 12:30. And at the end we have the Super 4 playoff. The Super 4 playoff being the best 4 over 40 players, over 40 years of age players will play off. Their scores will continue on, so you carry your score into that and you play another 4 holes. So if it's nice and tight, we get to really see a bit of a competition, and the winner of that will get their name on the Rob Hancock shield. The players meeting is happening now. If you're listening to this, then you probably followed the instructions. Nice work. Scoring on this PDGA app. Please make sure you have this app downloaded. Worst case scenario, you can use the web version. It's fine, but the app is better. Everyone must score. And if you don't have the app, please just do it. I have some paper cards. They're going to get soaked out in the rain. Your phone is going to be a lot easier. But if you for some reason you can't, I do have some paper scorecards. There is a toilet provided by Rob, which will be at Cockman Park near HQ. There is a toilet at Penistone Park at the clubhouse. There'll be some water bottles available at HQ, as well as a water fountain around the corner if you're at the third tee. It is a little bit of a walk at a different park, just like down around the road, and there is water fountains at Penistone Park as well. Pace of play, it's a big event. We're nearly sold out. We should be sold out by the day. Just keep your shots to 30 seconds. If you're slacking behind the card in front, try and get a move on. There's a lot of walking between the parks. It's going to be a little bit of a yeah, it's gonna add on some time. So we are changing things up. Instead of going from traditional hole 8 to Penistone Park, we're now finishing traditional hole 7 and then going the other way to Penistone Park. We'll show you a map after this. When I've got Gethin with me, I'll show you. Not so when I've got No with me, I'll show you the map. Yeah, then you play Penistone Park, finish it up, walk back, and then you continue to traditional hole 8. Should alleviate some of that bottlenecking, but the order is slightly changed from last year. If you're starting at Penistone, I suggest driving over there, parking up. It's pretty far to the other side of Penistone. Cockman Park is pretty small, but if you're driving to the far end of Penistone, yeah, definitely drive. It's going to be ages to walk, unless you are starting on hole 7, which means that you start at Penistone and finish at Cockman Park. So maybe hitch a ride over there because you're going to finish back up near HQ. CTPs, we've got 6 of them. Here they are. I'm not going to read them out. We've got a lot of cover here, but this is all available, and all of this will be available on the day. Just have a look at your division. Good. Out of bounds, most of the parks are denoted by bollards around the boundaries. I believe almost every boundary is denoted by bollards, and either that or a backyard fence. So first check is it past the bollards, and if a disc is on the outside, if any disc is in line with the outside edge, it is in bounds. The disc has to be fully past the outside edge of any wooden bollards around the boundary. New rules. Sorry, if there's no wooden bollards, you play it as the edge of the grass or the dirt, whatever it is, inside the park boundary, inside the curbing, is the boundary. If you've got any part of the disc over the grass or sand or whatever it may be, it is in bounds. If disc is fully on a curb or fully on the road, it is out of bounds. New rules are that you cannot argue your case in a situation like this. You must state your case. This is why I think this decision should go this way. Then your card mates deliberate, and whatever they come up with is the decision. Benefit does not go to the player anymore. Hole notes, I'm not going to go through these because you all have access to them, and course maps are also available. I will be posting up this caddy book, and I will hopefully be sharing it with you via email if I can scrounge everyone's email addresses together. But as you can see here on the map here, this is what you will do. You will go to play hole 6 here, and then you'll exit the park down here on Jeffers Way, and then when you come back from Jeffers Way, you'll play the hole 17 here, which is traditional 8, as opposed to last year when we finished down here and went down this road here. I'll get the map up a little bit better in a second, but yeah, I'm going to end here, and then we're going to go over to me and Ner in a second. So I'm still waiting for Ner to finish his dinner, so I thought I'd just show you this myself. This is the park. This is where we are here. When you finish hole 7, you should be about here. You need to simply walk out the door, down this road here, and there will be a little alley here. Take a right again, take a left here, take a left here, and you'll end up at the park. And this will be the next hole, which I believe is hole 7, and then you'll play Penistone, and when you finish, you simply go back, no, a different color please, you simply go back the way you came, and then you come on and play the next hole down here, get a birdie, and yeah, and you go from there. As opposed to what we did last year, which was coming this way, which we don't want to do anymore. Thank you. Go. All right, I'm back here with Nurse Santos, and we're ready to talk you through some of these holes. So we're going to get kicked off here with hole number one, sponsored by Disc Golf Warehouse. Thanks so much, Disc Golf Warehouse, for that. No.
All right, hole number one. This place as traditional hole number one. It's 65 meters uphill. Try to clear it. If you hit a tree, you're gonna go. That's a that's a bogey straight away. So yeah, simple, nice and easy.
Yeah, and we've got the CTPs for MA50 and MA60 on that one. Um,
Yep.
Hole two is the first of our holes, sponsored by Strata Road Projects Consultants. That is the Hancock family. Thank you so much, guys, for that.
All right, for hole number two, it places traditional hole two. It's 105 meters. It's a simple turnover or a forehand if you got it. We try to mix it up this year, and we try to add a bubble on the right side. This bubble, it will share with the next hole. It's just to create protection for the next hole, and yeah,
And it plays as hazard.
and it plays as hazard. Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
All right, hole three here. We have our first of our holes, sponsored by Disc Tattoo, which is our own Maddie Wynn, a massive sponsor of this event. Thank you so much, Maddie.
Yeah, shout out to Maddie. Thanks for sponsoring this hole. Hole three plays next to the original hole four off the tee off the footpath there on the left. So we've changed it up from last year. So instead of playing next to that awkward bush, we're actually playing right in front of it. So yeah, it's a 90 meters. It's pretty straight. It shares the same hazard bubble on the right, and it goes in towards the ceiling.
All right, thanks so much. Hole four is sponsored by Boat McQuaid and Tall Woods, which is his disc golf course that he has down south at his place. He got an ace on this hole like 10 years ago, and he's wants someone else to get an ace. Boat has put up a $50 ace pot bounty for anyone who can get an ace on this hole or any hole.
All right, hole four, traditional hole five. It plays as normal. It's 78 meters. It's my nemesis. It's probably, for me, it's one of the hardest holes. You're going downhill. When it gets windy, it's just impossible to throw. It's a CTP for MA4 this year.
Right, thanks, Nerd. Hole five, we've got another disc tattoo hole, Trav's Mando. Thank you so much, Maddie Wynn, again.
Shout out to Trev. This one, if you guys saw my Instagram post, this is playing from the bottom of the hill next to the playground. It's 85 meters. Ideally, you throw a forehand. All right. Any shot that goes over the Jeffers Way Road is OB. You got to hit these two Mandos. They're slanted trees. They're very obvious. They'll be marked on the day. So if you missed Mando, you'll go to the drop zone on the left here. And let's see if you can make par from there.
Hole six, we've got sponsored by Disctonia, which is the Estonians who've all chucked in $2 each, and they have been very generous and sponsored this hole here. So thanks so much, guys.
All right. Like most of the holes in Cockman Park, this place similar to the traditional hole, but we've moved the basket placement. It's the same distance. It's 110 meters, but it is now gettable. So instead of trying to make a putt over those janky grass trees, you can actually make the putt. It's right on the bush before those big grass trees there.
Yeah. And yeah,
It's all
the original basket is not in play and will be covered with a
yeah. It'll
plastic
be it'll
bag.
be covered by the it'll be covered.
Yeah,
It's also CTP for MA2 and MA3. So good luck.
yeah. Hole seven. This one is sponsored by Brian Van Allen, who I miscorrectly attributed as being playing at the first World Championships. I got that wrong. Played at the first Australian Championships, and who knows, he might take down the next one. Thanks. No, thanks, Brian.
All right, thanks, Brian. So hole seven. This is the first hole at Pennystone Park. It's 90 meters this time around. We've pushed the tee pad a little bit more back, so that opens up the forehand line and the backhand line. It's pretty straightforward. It's pick your gap and yeah, stick with it, and hopefully you make the birdie.
All right. Hole number 8 is sponsored by Mick Cansey. Thanks so much, Mick, always a sponsor of this event. He didn't want to name the hole, so I named it in his honor, in honor of his world record breaking 600 foot, first 600 foot throw ever in Bunbury
Damn.
in 1987. I named that for him. He's not bragging here. This is me just wanting to honor him. So thanks so much, Mick.
All right, hole 8. This is probably our longest hole in Pennystone. We've kept it the same as last year. We'll start off on the top of the hill and we throw towards the bottom of the entrance of Pennystone Park. The light post on the bottom of the hill is Mando, so you gotta throw left side of it. So any shots missed will proceed to the drop zone, and it will be a difficult upshot from there to the corner to the mulch area. There is an electrical box there, I'm aware.
Yeah,
It will be covered by on the day, so
we're
no
gonna
disc will go underneath.
we're gonna try our best to cover up all the doors. But if for any reason a disc does go under there, I would just play as casual relief from there.
Yeah.
So no penalty.
Also, the lacrosse field, is also OB. That's just to protect the pedestrians playing there. There's a lot of kids playing there during the
Yeah.
day. On the upshot, just be careful. There's a few people, I won't name names, but they've thrown their discs to the car park. So just be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
also OB.
it was Mick. He threw it in the car park off the tee.
No, he's too big.
Hole 9, another disc tattoo hole. Again, Matty Wynn, just legendary sponsor. The Strait of Santos, named for the man just above me himself. So take it away now.
Man, Matt, you should get feature card for this. This is a simple hole 9. It's 85 meters. It simply hit the double mando. It's more like a triple mando really because it arches out or arches around like this. If you miss that, you proceed to the drop zone, and from there you will have a scary putt heading towards a very elevated basket. It's on top of a stump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, easy. Hole 10, another
Mhm.
disc tattoo hole. Just again, legend. Alex's forehand fun hole. Thanks, Matty.
All right. This is probably one of my favorite holes in this year's iteration of this course. It's 95 meters. It's pick your own gap, so there is a obvious forehand line to get to the basket, and there is a low hanging ceiling for the backhanders there. Any of the foot pass, any shots over the foot pass is OB, as you can see on the left, and also the oval on the right is also OB. It will be marked on the day.
Hole 11, we've got sponsored by Safe Harbor Technologies. Someone who I'd never met came out and said he wanted to support the event. I didn't know much about them, but he says that they're a Perth-based IT services company, and he said he wanted me to note while they can't do anything about your disc going out of bounds, they'll make sure your business technology never does. So thanks so much to those guys. Yeah, really appreciate that. We just get supporters from all over the place, and I hope this guy couldn't play this tournament, but I hope he gets out and plays the next one. Really nice guy.
Hmm. Yeah, thanks. Hole 11. This is from. It's part of the original hole from last year. We've cut it down to stop people from going over the footpath on the right. So basically, we start on top of the hill and we're throwing towards the back. Very guarded, very wooded. Pick your gap kind of shot. It's 100 meters. I would go forehand in this hole and try to hyzer towards the basket. Any shots over the footpaths on the right are OB, and try to watch out and try not to get discs on the houses on the left hand side. It comes up very quickly, so don't be stupid and don't throw super high forehands, or if you're left handed,
Yeah,
don't throw sky hyzer.
yeah. Hole number 12, another one of our strata consultants. This is the Hancock family again. All of our strata consultants are named after the guys who are playing. So I actually forgot to mention this earlier, but we're doing the novice punt. So this is Dave's hole, Dave's dilemma. These are the guys that you're going to be betting on to see who wins and see who gets the big $250 disc golf warehouse prize. So yeah, thanks a lot. This is Dave who's doing this. So thanks so much, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Hole 12, it's 80 meters, so it's a straightforward hole. You want to do a backhand hyzer, slowly floating hyzer, trying to go and avoid the OB on the right. On the left, there's a very heavy, thick bush, so you want to control your hyzer on there. Towards the back of the basket, there's a limestone wall that can kind of stop your shots. So just be careful there. Yeah, and this is
Just to,
also the CTP for the
yeah.
female divisions.
Just note on this one that you can see the picture that the footpath comes along here, and this is all red. Any
Mm,
discs that are fully on the path, whether it be this path or that path, are all out of bounds.
that's correct.
Plus the red area you can see over here. Everything else here,
Mm,
the yellow area, is inbounds. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And this
correct.
bush here is seriously thick. Don't throw in there. Don't do it. It's you will lose a disc. Um, Hole 13. We've got another disc tattoo hole. What can I say about this
All
guy?
right.
He's a feature card man. Um, this is yeah, Dev Pression. So shout out to Dev on this one. Thanks, Ner.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Dev. Hole 13. This is a brand new hole this year. We're starting from the bottom of the hill on the oval itself, and we're throwing up. So probably it's 85 meters, but we're throwing kind of 10 meters up in a way. It comes in quick. It gets pretty windy there. It's pretty straightforward. Any shots over the footpath on the left is OB,
Yeah,
as before, but there'll be plenty of kids, hopefully not because of the weather, but just be careful of the pedestrians walking around.
yeah. Always safety first. Hole number 14, sponsored by DSB Solutions. That is Dave Briggsy Briggs, accountant extraordinaire. Thanks so much, Dave. Always comes out to support this event. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Hole 14, it's 100 meters. It's pretty similar from last year, but instead of throwing on an uneven tee pad, we've pushed it up on the left side, next to left side of the tree that was originally there. So it's 100 meters. Um, Out of bounds for all of the shots past of the park and tennis court's boundary. So please be careful throwing. If your shots go over the tennis path, just shout for if there's people there. There won't be any relief there. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So if it goes on the car park on the top side, that's out of bounds. There will be copper logs indicating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard, tough hole. Not a simple forehand. And then we
No.
have Sarlacc Pit, sponsored by the man himself, Nurse Santos, his own special hole.
Yeah, hole 15. It's 85 meters. It's a lot shorter than last year. Um, the gimmick of this hole is that there's a giant sand pit in the middle of the hole. It is right against the basket, so try not to get short. And if you do go long, then enjoy putting downhill towards the sand pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is hazard, by the way.
Yeah, hazard, not OB. Practice this one because you don't know what's going to happen when you get out there.
Mm.
Hole 16, another one of the Strata Consultants holes. Thank you so much, Dave. Kirk's Conundrum. This is Dave's twin brother, Kirk, who you can also bet on while you're out there.
All right, hole 16. It's exactly the same as last year if you did play it. It's 99 meters, one short of 100. So anything above or the footpath on the left or even long is OB. There's copper logs that will anything outside of the park boundary as well as OB. obviously. Um, yeah, it's a pretty straightforward. It's uphill and it's a blind shot. So please, if you don't feel comfortable, get someone to have a lookout for you for pedestrians.
Yeah, get a spotter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get a
it's one of the
spotter.
tougher holes for sure. Hole 17, another Stratus Consultants hole. We got some really awesome supporters here. Toby's Trial. Toby is Dave and Kirk's cousin. Again, one of the novices that you can bet on to get that big voucher.
All right. So we're now back at Cockman Park. So hole 17, it is 99 meters. So this place is traditional hole 8, out of bounds on or so out of bounds on or beyond footpath past the basket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty simple hole, really, isn't it? Hole
Mm.
18, the other Mick Cansey sponsored hole. Again, I've named this for Mick's honour. 183.83 meters not required, which is the distance that he threw in 1987 to break the world record of distance throw. So thanks, Mick.
Big Nick. Okay, hole 18. So we're playing just off original hole 8 basket, and we're once again there's two lines. There's a straightforward line or there's a wide line, but it is 75 meters. So yeah, it can creep up on you.
Yeah, no real notes on this one. Pretty yeah,
No, no
no
OBs,
OB
no
apart from
nothing.
park boundaries. Hole 19 at the last of the strata holes, and Ben's Boggle. Ben is Dave's friend, who also is a novice player, an unknown entity. You can bet on him, and hey, who knows? You might be walking away with that voucher. Thanks so much, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Hole 19. Oh, this hole is surely a boggle. So you are playing from the corner of the park, just after hole 18. You would have to throw up to the original hole 9. I believe hole 9's got fixed. It's no longer elevated, but you can still see it from the basket, from the tee pad. Uh, Next to the basket, it's very, very guarded. So good luck.
Yeah, as always with that hole, and it's And finally, hole 20, we got sponsored by Paddy Wilson, local
Oh.
legend, and the previous or current holder of the Rob
Mm.
Hancock Memorial Shield. He won it last year, and he's just
Mm.
called
Is
this
that why he
hole.
got hole 20?
Well, yeah, and he's just called this hole glory, and this is where he got his glory last year.
My man. All right. Finally, hole 20. It's 75 meters playing from the corner of the park. It's very it is a very downhill shot, so you'd probably throw something slow because around the basket it's covered by OB. A to protect the playground and also hole 1. But yeah, it's I wish you good luck and have fun,
Yeah.
and I hope this hole brings you glory.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Nerv, for talking us through those. We're going to have a brief discussion on the morning of to answer any questions that you have, but feel free to fire any questions, more general questions directed towards me, and any layout specific questions, maybe direct them towards Ner. But we're both probably going to be out there on Saturday if you come out for a practice throw, and otherwise, see you on Sunday.
Yeah,
Cheers.
see you guys.